Hello everyone, it is Justice. Today I'm going to be going through my 2021 planner setup. What we have is a pretty decent stack, and let me put in everything real quick. We have a pretty decent stack of things that we'll be using this year, and let's just go ahead and get into it. The first things that I'll be using are my two books for my Hobonichi Cousin of Ek, and I have them right now in my, I think it's called Forest Green A5 Galen leather cover. And so I have the first part of the year and the second part of the year. What I am doing with these, I am 2 days into the year and haven't started it just yet, but for this I figured I would do a yearly mood tracker. I haven't done that before, but it's something that I've always wanted to do and commit to for an entire year, and so I think that this will be a good way to go about it, to where if I do drop off and stop highlighting things, then it's not really the end of the world. And for these pages, I'm going to use them kind of like an index. I can't remember who I saw do that, but I couldn't think of anything better to do than to index things on these pages, and so I'm copying that idea. Once we get to the second half of the year, well, let me see. I haven't actually checked and seen if these pages are also, yep, they're also here. So I'm wondering if I need to do something different with these pages, that way I don't have a whole lot of overlap. I still need to think about that. And then we have our monthly pages. I am using them exactly as I have before, where I'm kind of writing down scheduling things, appointments, and then my work schedule. And then skip to weekly pages. I am going to be doing time blocking. I have always wanted to do time blocking, and so that's what we're going to do this year. I really was excited about getting the Hobonichi Cousin specifically for this. I was really thinking about getting the A6 version because I think that that size is very cute, but I wouldn't be able to do this with it. And so that was the biggest deciding factor for me between the A6 and the A5, is I want these pages. And so I'm working on time blocking. And then over to the dailies. I'm sure you guys have seen my dailies plenty enough before, but I kind of have a things to do. My food, I'm using this little timetable exactly as a timetable, so there is definitely some overlap here. So we'll see if this changes throughout the year. What I'm thinking right now is that if I fall behind on doing my weekly spread, then I can just reference these. So we'll see kind of how that goes, or if I end up scrapping this thing altogether and just doing like a checklist. I think that Coffee Monsters Code just uses this as her checklist page, and so we'll see if that's what it turns into, but as of right now I really like where this is going. And you can kind of see this as well, and then for the last bottom bit of paper, I kind of just fill it in however I need to. And so that is the Hobonichi Cousin. There's tons of note pages in the back, and then a timetable. My schedule changes with work, and so I'm not going to fuss with this. Favorites, I'm thinking I'm going to do favorite movies of the year. And then my 100, no clue. We'll see. We'll get there when we get there. And then in these little pockets here, I have a gift card, stamps, and then Traveler's Company little sticker sets. And so that's these two. Next up, also from Hobonichi, is my 5-year journal. I have the leather cover, and if you haven't seen that video review, I will happily paste it on the top. I'm going into my second year, which is so monumental for me because I have not gone into any type of 5-year journal for any type of extended period of time. So this will be a first for me. I finally get to go back and read what happened in the previous year, because that certainly hasn't happened before, and I'm really thinking that I'm going to stick with it. The first year I had a little bit of trouble, but I still filled every single page. And since we all know that 2020 was a little bit wild, I'm counting that as a good sign that we're going to have some longevity with this journal. Next up, we are moving into things that I don't use every single day. The first of which is going to be my brown Travelers Company Traveler's Notebook. In it is the Galen leather standard size wallet insert. And then in here, I'm storing some gift cards and things that I don't really need to carry on me. And then I have my Travelers Company monthly insert. This is what I'm going to be using as my gratitude log. Main reason being, I have had this monthly insert for many years and it feels weird to me to get rid of it. And so I'm continuing on with it. That way I can have, I don't know what word I'm looking for. I don't want to have multiple monthly inserts over the years and then skip a year. I want to continue on with it because if the Hobonichi system doesn't work out, then I know that this will. And so I went ahead and got that, and it will be my gratitude log. And now we have my Tokyo Station Travelers Company Traveler's Notebook. And with this, I have my new 2021 Shitajiki, a piece of blot paper that I've cut down, and then I'm kind of carrying these with me. I use them a whole lot, and another Galen leather standard wallet insert. And here I have another little folder. I keep more stamps in here because this is my pen pal tracker. I write down outgoing and incoming mail, the dates that those are received and sent, and I have problems remembering what in the world I wrote in letters, and so every so often I'll get a return letter and they'll reference something that I've said and I don't remember it at all. So that's why I have this pen pal tracker. I'm not going to open up and show things just because of course I do have people's full names and then like notes about our conversations, and that's not going anywhere on the internet. I do also have my finance management tracker. I write down monthly bills, outgoing, incoming. That is also something that is not going to be online. The next thing we have is my work notebook. This is an Exceed notebook from Walmart. I ended up buying 2 of these whenever there was that big craze about the Exceed notebook and how wonderful they are. After I've actually used them, I hate them because they're made really not amazing, and that pages will come out, and I'm someone that's very rough with my notebooks, especially if it's like a Walmart notebook. I'm really not going to take care of it that much. I'm not going to take care of any notebook, let's be honest, and so I tear these to shreds. But this is my work notebook. I am about yay far into it, and I am just wanting to use this up because I did buy it. I want it gone. And then the last of like journal-y things that I'm going to be using up is the Stalogy A6. I am not a very big fan of the paper, and so it's taking me a little bit to actually get through it. I should have been done with this already. I've been in here for a very long time. I've been in since July of 2020, and I've only made it about this far. So I really do not like the paper. But the reason why I'm keep going and I haven't gotten rid of it is because I love this sticker so much. It's a sticker made by a tattoo artist named Laura Anunnaki, and I'll be including her Instagram in the description below because I love her work, and I'm not about to get rid of this sticker. This journal will be used up. So this is kind of my diary for the year, and I'm also including some referencing things here. So I have like Christmas wish list, things that I want to get others, and then like video game guides. And so that's what I kind of have this for. I'm hoping that I'll be able to fill it up before the end of the year. By God, I hope so. And then not necessarily something to do with notebooks, but I do have my pen roll. That way we can kind of see what I'm going into the year with. I have a Pilot Varsity Extra Fine, Pilot Vanishing Point Fine, Pilot Vanishing Point Fine, a Platinum 3776 Soft Fine, a Pilot Cavalier Fine, Pilot Custom 823 Fine, Pilot Vanishing Point Medium, a Pilot Falcon Soft Fine, a Traveler's Company pen. These only come in fine to my knowledge. I also sent it off to Custom Nibsmith to get the nib adjusted to be smoother and more wet, and so now it's really nice. I also have a Pilot Elite in fine, and this is my newest pen. It is a, oh my gosh, what is their name? It's the company that does all of the like circus themed things. I will paste them below. I can't remember their name right now, but I got this as a gift from one of my friends, and so she doesn't really have a home, but we'll make her one. Okay, and so this is everything that I'm going to be using for 2021. This isn't very different from things that I've done in the past. Really, the biggest change for me is that I have started using the Hobonichi. For many, many, many years, I have been following Hobonichi videos, obsessively almost, and I have just never really gotten into it only because the cost was something that scared me, especially when I had already invested in the Traveler's Company system. So really, I could just pay like $7 to $10 an insert and then keep going on with that, or I could pay for a Hobonichi. So that was something that really kept me from actually getting one of these over the years, because in my head I'm just like, okay, well, what if I don't actually like it and I've just wasted all of that money, and then I'm just a victim of consumerism, or rather, not a victim, but I am supporting consumerism and buying things that I don't actually use. But I went ahead and did it this year. I am very excited about it, and I think that it'll be a good thing. And with this system, I am still using my Traveler's Company notebooks. And of course, if the year changes and travel becomes fine again and it's not actually risky, then it'll actually be a traveler's notebook. But for now, I am still keeping it in my daily rotation because it really makes me happy and I don't want to see it on the shelf. So those are my planners. And then, of course, my journals that aren't really used every single day. Those are just going to be slowly used up. And then I have my 5-year techo. Or my 5-year journal? I don't actually know the full name, so please excuse me, I'm a fake fan. But these are everything I'm going to be using. I really appreciate you guys kind of coming through and seeing how things are. Please remember to comment if you have any questions, and like and subscribe if you liked this video. And welcome into 2021 with me. Bye.